welcome to Kerr Baking. My name is Jenny.
I'm Sterling.
And we are making chocolate chip cookies for
Santa Claus.
Here are our ingredients for the dry ingredients.
Here we have 2¼ cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
So for the dry ingredients, we're only going to be sifting the baking soda and the flour, and then we're just going to pour the salt in, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and sift this, and you can sift the flour, okay? Okay. There you are. I'll help you. Yeah. So when this is done, it's only going to take 12 minutes to bake. And make sure you wash your hands before you begin. Okay, so we are going to put the salt in, and then now we're going to just stir everything together. So our dry ingredients are ready. In here we have salt, baking soda, and
Flour.
okay. So now we're going to move on to our wet ingredients.
Ta-da!
We have 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 2 eggs at room temperature, 2 cups of Ghirardelli chocolate chips. You can use any chocolate chips you like, 3/4 cups of granulated refined white sugar, 3/4 cups of brown sugar. I pulverized it. And then we also have 1 cup of butter at room temperature. Sterling, can you help us pour the sugar into the bowl, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Go ahead and pour the chocolate chips in as well. And then we're going to mix those items together first, then we'll put in the eggs and the vanilla. Okay. So here we have everything in the bowl, and we're going to snap this in place. There's a little thing right here, and it's going to click, and you're going to hear that on your stand mixer. And if you don't have a stand mixer, you could just mix it by hand as well. You just have to cream the butter and the sugar, and I could show you that in a different video for creaming sugar and butter.
This is the attachment we used, and this is so that everything could pass through easily through the holes.
Okay, so once this is in, then you're going to move the lever, and then you're going to make sure everything is tight in place, and you're going to put it on stir, and then slowly move it to 2. Then move it to 4, and you kind of have to watch it, okay? And then we're going to increase it to 6 eventually. And you probably don't want to go higher than that. So right now, what you want to do is you want to start to look at it. If it seems like it's binding, you could slow it down and then add the eggs. And then do you want to add the vanilla?
My pleasure.
Who's this vanilla from?
Auntie Anita.
Yeah, so my sister, his auntie, made vanilla for us, so this has a lot of love going in. And so now you could look at it with the eggs and the vanilla. It made a really big difference. It's definitely very wet. And then we have our dry ingredients. We're going to go ahead and put the shield on, and then we will put in the dry ingredients. So now we're going to put on the guard, and then we're going to feed the flour or the dry ingredients into the cookie dough.
Sacrifice the flour to the mixer. Dun, dun, dun.
And then right now the oven is preheating at how many degrees, Sterling? Do you remember?
375 degrees.
375 degrees, that's right. Okay, and it's almost ready. So we're going to get our cookie sheets now. And we've pre-lined them with aluminum foil. So aluminum foil makes for easy cleanup. It also makes for easy packaging.
The mixer enjoys the sacrifice.
So we're going to go ahead and turn it off. So we're going to go ahead and turn it off now, and we will undo the paddle, the mixer.
The mixer has been dismantled and is sad now.
And then we're going to grab a tablespoon. So the tablespoon is the perfect size for making these cookies. This will make about 4 dozen cookies. Okay. Okay, do you want to grab the tablespoon? Here. Okay. So if you don't want to use the tablespoon, that's fine. You could make the cookie dough balls. It's about this big. And then if you want the cookies a little bit bigger, you can make them a little bit bigger, but it'll be about in the palm of your hand, like about this big. Okay. Then once you have it in place on the cookie sheet, you could give it a quick pat down like that. So when it expands, it'll be a perfect circle. If you want more rustic looking cookies, then you could just leave the dough ball kind of like this, like shaped like this, and then sort of just give it a light pat and then don't shape it as much into a circle, then you'll get a more rustic cookie. Up to you.
Squish.
Okay, we'll keep making it all the way across.
Short intermission as we completely fill this with cookie dough.
Yep, so we'll show you when we have 2 full sheets of cookie dough.
We're back, and we have 2 full trays here.
So the oven is ready, it's at 375. Go ahead and open the oven, Sterling. So we're going to put it in, one on top left corner. And then we're going to put one on bottom right corner. So you want to set the tray on mid-level and then lower level, okay? And then we're going to use the timer and we're going to do 10 minutes. And the reason why we always do 10 minutes is because you want to make sure that the temperature of the cookie doesn't overcook. Sometimes the oven can be hotter than normal. And then we also want to make sure that the cookie's on the bottom level. It can come up to the mid-level for 1 more minute so that it could cook evenly. Okay, so in 10 minutes, we're gonna have cookies. We'll see you again soon.
One.
Welcome back to Kerr Baking. We are taking the cookies out of the oven. So the top left corner, these ones are ready to go. Look at how beautiful they are.
Wow.
And then the bottom ones, bottom right corner, we are going to leave it in for 1 more minute, pushing it into the top left corner. So we're gonna time that one for 1 minute. And then I want you to look at these cookies. If you want, you could sprinkle a little bit of sea salt on them, or you could just leave them as is. So it's ready to go. In about 15 minutes, you can enjoy the cookies, let them rest.
Not touchy, very, very hot. Taste test. Wow. It's very soft. It tastes like a cloud.
How long did we bake it for?
We baked it for 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Mm.